Alright, so I guess this will be like unofficially the first installment of what do you want to call it? Wicked Shit 101?
Wicked Shit 101? Alright, so we're going to talk about when Acidrap started. And we're going to talk about what Suicidalist is.
RLP started in 88. Suicidalist started between 89 and 90 when that For the Suicidalist track dropped. And that's the start of the Suicidalist right there, man. And just motherfuckers keep asking, what's a Suicidalist? Can you explain what a Suicidalist means? And the answer, and my answer, I can't speak for any other Suicidalist, but mine is no. I can't explain it. Or maybe I just don't fucking want to. It's a personal thing, man. That's why Suicidalists don't have a definition. It's everybody's got their own definition, man. You know, that's why we're not a group. You know what I'm saying? We're not a family. We're not, you know what I'm saying, riding with each other on everything or
Jay, family.
You know what I'm saying? And Suicidalists are individuals, man. First and foremost, they're fucking individuals.
Exactly. You know, it's... All I see as Suicidalist is basically... From what I've heard from most stories from people who get into this shit because they're Suicidalists is that they've contemplated suicide, and through RLP's music...
One of many reasons.
They stopped. They didn't have those thoughts no more. You know? And that's just one of many. Like, I can relate to that because that happened to me, you know? This shit runs on fucking Sacrificial Lambs. That's what we're listening to, right?
Yep, this is Sacrificial Lambs.
Yeah. Fucking A. This song is basically about the truth about how everybody's trying to imprison you.
No, this is ringtone. This is
we're
talking about Sacrificial Lambs, the song.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm referring to.
20 years to life if you get caught running scams. Don't give a damn, a minute for the clams. Hey, so anyway.
You know, but this whole main album was focused around the movie Zeitgeist, you know, and that's all about talking about imprisonment of your mind. And if you don't see the truth through that, then you truly are stuck in the system of prison inside your mind, you know?
I won't say all juggalos, because I've met a couple fucking cool ones in my day.
Same here.
The majority of them are... they're not intelligent. You know what I'm saying? They're not free thinkers. They're not...
They don't think for themselves. They just think of everybody.
They want something
to belong to.
They need a group to belong to, and you know what I'm saying, call their family and shit. It's because, like, most juggalos I've met, man, play fucking Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I'm saying? Which tells me right there that being a juggalo's got to have something to do with escaping reality. Now, and that's nice. If you're fucking, you know,
if you want to do that, that's
young
cool.
And you can, you know, escape reality whenever the fuck you want, then more power to you. But motherfuckers who gotta live in the real world and do real life shit, you know what I'm saying? And can't sit in their mom's basement playing Dungeons and Dragons and listening to fucking God knows what. You know, you know what I'm saying? That's why we ain't got time for no fucking whoop whoop. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, man, I ain't trying to diss nobody, man. I ain't, like I said before, I ain't got no hatred for all juggalos. Just the stupid, disrespectful ones. You got respect if you're an OG juggalo and you ain't talking shit and trying to start beef that, you know better. You know that this beef ain't got nothing to do with you and you ain't got to get yourself involved, you know what I mean? So I just wish that the OG juggalos
would educate the young.
Yeah, at least, you know, if they're going to keep playing in juggalo, then why wouldn't you want to make the shit better by, you know what I'm saying, you know, schooling the young motherfuckers who are out of control.
Right? Straight up.
You know, it ain't just one old school juggalo can do it. I mean, you know, everybody got to do their little part here and there if they want the shit to ever be good for them. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know, man. Like I said, I can't. I don't hate them all, man, but, you know, they definitely,
And I don't hate them all either. I just hate the ones that don't know the fucking facts in their fucking history.
I mean, just look, that's what I'm saying, man, you know. The old school ones don't bother me because I don't never really see them on YouTube you know what I'm saying, attacking motherfuckers and you know, taking sides for no fucking reason and shit like that. It makes no sense to me, man.
It doesn't. It makes utterly no sense. You know, like, for me, like, I just see it as much people talking shit who are just now getting into it. Like, sure, I got into all this wicked shit and all that through ICP, you know? Or, I mean, not through ICP, through fucking Eminem. And then I found out about Esham. I got into Esham. Didn't get really deep into him because whenever I got into him, you know, he was doing shit with ICP. And the fallout of that, I kind of like ignored him for a while because ICP was pushing a lot of shit at that time period. Around 2000 time period, you know. ICP was pulling out a lot of shit out of the woodworks of psychopathic, you know. So I paid attention to them. And then I just noticed that, you know what, they're copying shit. The shit's getting watered down, something worse, not wicked whatever or anything, you know. There's nothing wicked about them. And that's whenever I went back to my roots, and here I am. You know, I can't relate to that clown shit no more.
And that's the thing, man, and that's why you ain't never gonna have a large fucking following of suicidalists because it's not something that you can just call yourself overnight. It's not something. It's something that you basically earn over years and years of dealing with bullshit throughout life, simultaneously while listening to Acidrap. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? The moons have to align for that type of shit.
Exactly. And that's the main reason why it's not for everyone, you know?
It's not. But that doesn't mean that the juggalos can't support the shit. Like, the way I look at it is like, man, you can't, just because you don't want to be a suicidalist or can't be a suicidalist don't mean that if you're going to support, you know, the other shit, that you shouldn't support the real shit. You know what I'm saying? The ones who deserve it more than these other motherfuckers who've already made their millions and shit. And, you know, I ain't trying to knock nobody's hustle, but if you're going to keep giving your money to somebody and you already know all that shit, learn yourself some shit and start supporting the OGs who deserve that shit and have been doing this since day one and passing their fucking knowledge on to other artists that you now fucking think are the cat's fucking pajamas or whatever the fuck, you know? Like, I mean, I used to like ICP, but even then, it's like, man, I knew what the fuck they were. They were a copy of fucking, they just took what Esham did and just molded it into their own little clown style, which to me was cool for a while. So then I grew up and, you know what I'm saying?
You found out that they're not real. There's nothing, everything that they say is all fantasy.
Well, I never cared about the clown shit, per se, like the makeup and all that bullshit. I used to listen to their albums, you know what I mean? I never once really thought twice about the makeup and shit, because that, to me, that was just a prop, you know? It
was their gimmick, you know?
Yeah, it's a gimmick, exactly. And, you know, to me, they were more like comedy rap than anything, man. There wasn't really much. Every now and then they have a serious track, but for the most part, man, it was just shit to laugh at, you know? Being an immature teenager and shit, you know? Always getting high and shit, that shit was funny to me, but... You know? Then, you know, my life changed drastically, and, you know what I'm saying? That whole fantasy state of mind, man.
Gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Same here. You know, and that's why I don't claim Juggalo no more. Because I can't relate to that fantasy world, you know?
You know, and that's why I can't hate on you, man, because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of cats hate on you just because, you know, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, like, see, man, a lot of people don't know how to look past the point that somebody might not be as experienced as them, you know what I'm saying, and they just want to blow them off. But me, you know what I'm saying, and I do that with most motherfuckers that I meet, you know what I'm saying, but with you, you know what I'm saying, like, you actually got a good head on your shoulders, you know what I'm saying, just because you ain't no day one or old school juggalo or, I'm sorry, suicidalist, doesn't mean that you shouldn't be allowed to fucking support the shit, you know what I'm saying? And, and you know, you've had your own, you know, I know part of the reason that you became a suicidalist is because of that shit with your mom. You know what I'm saying? That's to me, that's a fucking legitimate reason, if there's any, to fucking know what it's like to be a suicidalist. You know what I'm saying? And you've been suicidal, to mention that. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers to judge you based on the fact that you ain't hood enough or whatever the fuck. I don't know
Right.
what the fuck, you know.
That's probably the reason why some people hate me, but it is what it is.
To me, that ain't nothing to hate on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the thing, like, that's the main reason, like you said, because my mom's, like, I don't really talk about that much on YouTube, you know, anymore, because that's a fucking touchy subject. Like, I don't care if somebody says, I wish your mom dies, on me, like, in a comment. That shit doesn't faze me, you know what I'm saying? But, like, my mom is a touchy subject. She raised me, you know. She was the #1 person that's always been there for me throughout anybody. And for her to almost die from breast cancer and shit, and beat cancer's ass, but probably before that, I didn't know that she would, dude. And that's why I had suicidal thoughts, and that's why I thought about it, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that...
But me, I overcame it, you know? And I moved on from it, and I matured, and now I'm a better person, and that's why I claim Suicidalist. Because of that main reason. And Isham and his fucking music was the core reason why I'm still here. Because he was all that I listened to during that whole entire fucking week, dude.
Yeah, I don't...
And not fucking ICP, for sure, I can tell you that much.
I know this sounds weird, you know what I'm saying, but honestly, I don't claim Suicidalist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you don't.
I claim me.
Yeah, you know do yourself. You do yourself.
Yeah,
you don't
I claim
what other
Jay.
people say. Yeah.
So, I mean, and like I said before, as far as the whole Suicidalist thing, yeah, I am one. I just choose not to fucking talk about it a lot, and I consider myself more one at heart now that, you know what I'm saying, I've, you know, slowed my fucking roll a lot over the past couple of years, you know?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of a retired OG.
In a way,
and I like it that way, and you know what I'm saying, nobody say whatever you want about it.
You're not fully retired, you still file the shit and all.
Oh, no, as far as the music goes, yeah. No, I was talking, like, in general.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you know, and, like, that's, I get cats who, all sorts of hate, man. I don't understand. So, like, I didn't grow up in the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a fucking middle class, and then an upper class, and then to the ghetto. You know what I mean? Like, I lived everywhere. I got to be raised and to see both sides of the fence. And I tell you this, if I learned anything, it's that you can't judge somebody just because they grew up with more than you did, or they grew up with money and not in the hood, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when my family did have money, it only made shit worse. It turned my mother into a alcoholic, and you know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to get into details, but it made shit worse.
Right.
Yeah, never mind, man.
That's all good, man. But, you know what I mean? But that's the main difference between Suicidalists and Juggalos. Juggalos say that they don't give a fuck about anything. But yeah, how many times, Jay, has they made a video response to me? Acting like a bunch of fucking fools.
Dude, they're kids, man.
Exactly.
That's the difference, man. You know, you're still young, but you're maturing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're evolving. And dumb motherfuckers, well, a lot of the ones I've seen look like the types who will never evolve. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be talking that same shit they're talking now when they're 50 because they don't know any better. And that's why most of them I just laugh at. Like, okay, why would I even, you know what I'm saying, take anything that you have to say seriously anyway? And like yesterday, I didn't have my coffee. You know, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it, goddammit. And honestly, I probably would have just flew past that one, but motherfucker caught me without my coffee, man. I can't function without coffee. It just fucks up my whole day if something happens before I've had my coffee.
You know, but, okay, so we covered that part. Suicidalist, what is a suicidalist? We covered that.
Yeah. Suicidalist. Yeah, man, like I said, there is no way to define it. To ask us to do so is fucking
ridiculous.
Yeah, you're fucking, you know, hitting your head against the wall on that one, man, because everybody's got their own meaning to it and their own reasons.
Exactly.
Their own experiences.
So, we covered that. Now, Acidrap. Let's get back into that.
Acidrap is the most most authentic form of wicked shit you can find. That's like pure fucking uncut dope while everything else has been stepped on a million times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not everything else, but damn near everything else. There's a few exceptions, like, you know, you've got other legends out there from other parts of the country who put in their legacy as well. But as far as Midwest, Detroit, you know, Michigan, whatever, Esham Nodis, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, should be recognized and respected and given the credit where credit's due as far as when it comes to the wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not going to support him, then why the fuck would you go around talking about him when you don't even know him? Because honestly, I mean, by all means, keep doing it. The shit, you're just making yourself look fucking stupid. Because none of them are coming with facts. None of them. They're all just coming with fucking opinions based around what they know through sight. And that's it.
Yeah, it's like
beyond that, they got nothing else to spit out their fucking cocksuckers. So, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's just like, okay, whatever. You know, that's...
A lot of people think that Acidrap either started in 2000, like during Esham being on Psychopathic, and or after Esham leaving Psychopathic. But in all actuality, Jay, Acidrap started since RLP started.
Yeah.
Not during Psy or after Psy.
Between 89 and 90 on Boomin'. I can't remember if it was on the OG fucking Esham Boomin' from 89, but I know for sure 1990s fucking Boomin' Words from Hell for all the Suicidalists. That's where it all started.
Straight up.
Long before Juggalo
was ever even thought of.
Yeah.
FYI, Juggalo. According to Psychopathic, Juggalo was created by Esham in the song Chop Chop, Jay.
I don't know, he says Juglads. Now, and I'm not trying to discredit him for making up a name. I'm just saying, I was bumping fucking Beverly Hills, you know, when it came out, and I've never once thought Juggalos when I heard that part of Chop Chop. I just always Jugglad, because you got the song The Jugglad on COC, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Jay, I'm just saying that according to their Psy logic that they live by, they have to believe, according to what they believe, they have to, since they're back in ICP.
Whether he did or not.
He invented it, technically.
Whether he did or not. I'll never think of anything Juggalo when I think of Acidrap.
Right? Same here, man.
Nope.
Same here.
But however, whenever I think of anything Juggalo, it's you know, it's not easy to forget that they're just a inbred fucking spawn of you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's always been that way. I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm just saying, wow, shit's crazy. I used to try to play nice. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing Wicked Music Monthly, you know, I was like, you know what? Let's all just put aside the labels and just support the music. And the longer I did that for, man, it was like the more I just started seeing some of these juggalos and what they had to say. I never really watched their videos until you put me on to some of them, but the comments they leave, and I just be like, wow, man, like
they don't know shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, why fuck catering to anybody right now, but the real shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, if I'm gonna support something, that's what I'm gonna support.
People
as far as the wicked shit goes. Now I ain't saying all music, but as far as the wicked shit goes, that's
Oh yeah. And Jay, people wonder why I tell people to go fucking do research in their fucking comments, because they don't fucking know their shit. You know, they just know Psy-related shit. They don't know anything prior or after.
Yeah.
They're drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah. And they're gonna keep drinking it, man. You can't teach some people shit. And you know what? And I don't think really the Suicidalists are missing them too much, to be honest.
Oh, I know. We're
Because
just
I know I could
could
give a fuck less
It's them.
if, you know what I'm saying, the Juggalos. Honestly, dude, I mean, you know, you're one of the very few motherfuckers that I've met, you know what I'm saying, who at least has a basic understanding for what the shit really means, you know what I'm saying, and how much importance it carries. And that's why you're passionate about it, and I respect that. That's why I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It's because, you know, I don't agree with everything you say, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't agree on everything, you know what I'm saying? But you're passionate about the shit, and all you're trying to do is help support the shit, and I can't get mad at that.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? You know, you're passionate, you know? There ain't nothing to hate on there, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, that's why I fuck with you, man. You good people. You might not be like me in a lot of ways, but you're still good people, and I can still, you know, relate to you on a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so yeah, man. And you're all about, you know, the movement and real life and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Mad props to the fucking homeboy Guido here. Yeah.
But with that being said, that's what Acidrap is. That's what being a suicidalist is. For all the people that keep on fucking, you know.
What type of is you? I'm the shit, that's what. Hit the big jump, that's what. Stay quick, get out the way and get fucked up, that's what. Oh yeah, Dominic was bitching about me rapping along with the music last time. So.
You know what? Fuck you, Dominic.
I just lip sync like Milli Vanilli and shit. I can't help it, dude. It's like reflex. Whenever, I mean, a lot of music, but especially with acid rap, whenever I cannot get through a song without fucking spitting along with it. I know it's annoying to some people, but that's just how I've always been with music. I've always been one of those that sings or raps along.
I'm sorry, brother, but fuck you. Right?
No.
It is what it is. But yeah, follow all the shit.
Niggas be acting brand new.
Alright, we're gonna let y'all go. This is basically what Suicidalist is, and basically, you know, what Acidrap is for all the motherfuckers who don't know. That being said,